The year is 1916 and it's the centenary of Argentina's independence. And what better way to celebrate it than inviting your neighbors for a football tournament? They all agree and come play, but football is still amateur and players have other jobs to attend. This becomes a problem when Argentina has to play Brazil on a Monday, and Argentina's striker is not allowed to leave work to go play. The Argentinians call a guy sitting on the stands and ask him to play, and he ends up scoring in a 1-1 draw. In the end, Uruguay wins, and it's time for the trophy ceremony, except there is no trophy. So the president of the AFA pinky promises that he'll travel to Uruguay himself to hand over the trophy. He walks the streets of Buenos Aires and finds a big silver cup displayed on a jewelry. He buys it, stamps Copa America on it, and ships it over to Uruguay. And when he's there, the president of the AUF says, "That was kinda fun, let's do it more often." And in that same year, the 4 countries that took part in this tournament formed the Confederación Sudamericana de Fútbol. It's actually CONMEBOL, but don't worry about it. And by doing it more often, they meant literally every year, where Argentina and Uruguay, being the best teams in the region, get to collect a lot of silverware and ruin the fun for everyone. In 1919, Brazil hosts the tournament and their president decides that no black players are allowed to play for Brazil because, quote, it tarnishes the image of the country. You know what doesn't tarnish the image of the country? Winning the tournament, which Brazil do for the first time. The goal in the final being scored by a black player with an Austrian name, playing with rice powder on his face to appear white. Suck on it, racist. This was also the longest final in the history of the tournament, since after the 0-0 draw in 120 minutes, the teams agreed to play another extra time to decide the winner. In 1924, Paraguay organizes the tournament in Uruguay. The Paraguayan Association organizes the tournament, but it's played in Uruguay because Paraguay has no stadium, so they make it in Uruguay. Got it? That doesn't stop Uruguay from winning it anyway, and along with Argentina, they win some more. Then Peru wins. Then Argentina and Uruguay some more. In fact, Argentina win it 3 times in a row, and they become so tired of winning that they take an 8-year-long break, which give Brazil and Paraguay a chance to shine. Argentina is back and wins some more, along with Uruguay. They win so much that in 1959 2 tournaments are played so they can both win. After that, CONMEBOL decides it's time to chill and play the Copa America every 4 years, since the schedule is getting a tiny bit crowded with their new club competition being around. So the Copa returns in 1963 to Bolivia, and Bolivia wins, definitely not helped by the fact that their opponents were all struggling to breathe. 4 years later, Uruguay wins for the 11th time, and CONMEBOL realized their tournament is too boring being played in a single city every time. Oh, I know! How about we make it like our new club tournament? Make 3 groups of 3 and have nations play home and away fixtures. Top of the group makes the semis, and the winner of the last edition qualifying there directly. Somehow everyone thought that was a good idea, and the new tournament goes ahead in 1975, where Argentina blows Venezuela up 11-0 and still gets grouped. In the semis, Brazil faces Peru and they win a game each, so they cannot just flip a coin and decide that Peru makes the final, which they go on to win against Colombia in their second ever cup win. Wanna know who else wins their second cup? Paraguay, beating Chile in the final. Uruguay get back to winning ways in 1983, and being defending champions, they qualify directly to the semis in 1987, where they slap World Cup champions Argentina at their stadium and then slap Chile in the final to win a trophy by winning 2 games 1-0. It was only then that CONMEBOL realized that their format was stupid, and so in 1989 the cup goes back to the round robin table and it will be hosted every 2 years in alphabetical order. And then immediately break that promise and Brazil hosts because nobody wants to play in the altitude. It's 1993 and CONMEBOL wants to do a group stage format again, but doing it with 10 countries is kinda difficult. Oh, I know! Let's invite other American nations to a tournament so we can have 3 groups of 4. And so the United States and Mexico participate, and Mexico goes on to win the whole thing. Uruguay wins again in 1995 and remains undefeated in Copa America history while being hosts, so that's pretty nifty, I would say. CONMEBOL finally allows Bolivia to host again, and just like last time, their rivals all suffocate to death and they win. In 1999, Paraguay hosts again, and continue the tradition of inviting fellow North American nations to a tournament such as Mexico and Japan. It's 2001 and the Copa America goes to Colombia for the first time, but some of Argentina's best players are like, "No, we played too many games with our co-ops this season. Can we please not play in the Copa America?" And the AFA president tells them, "Alright, but I gotta make up a good excuse for you guys not to go." And he thinks of the first thing you all do when thinking about Colombia. That's right, narcos. And for security reasons, Argentina don't participate. But then the Brazilian stars show up and are like, "No, we played too many games with our co-ops this season. Can we please not play in the Copa America?" And so the CBF president is like, "Well, I can't use the narcos trick, someone already beat me to it. How about this? We send a B team instead. It's not like they'll be so bad they'll lose to, I don't know, Honduras or something, right?" Anyway, Colombia goes on to win because nobody wants to play their tournament. CONMEBOL decides playing the Copa America every 2 years is lame, and so they switch to 3 years instead. They play in 2004 and 2007, both won by Brazil beating Argentina in the final, until they realize that their next edition is gonna collide with a small tournament called the World Cup. Oops. Didn't see that one coming. So the next edition is in 2011 and they go back to 4-year periods. Paraguay refuses to win a game, but they still knock out Brazil and make the final. But they finally concede to Uruguay in the final, so tough luck there. In 2015, Brazil crashed out in the quarters to Paraguay again, but not before Arturo Vidal crashes his Ferrari. However, he's allowed to play versus Uruguay, where thanks to Jara making love to Cavani, Chile win and make the final, where they beat Argentina on penalties to win their first ever Copa America. Wait, now it's 2016, which means the first edition of the Copa America was 100 years ago. Damn, says CONMEBOL. I gotta organize a special tournament. We'll call it Copa America Centenario, handing away a special trophy, inviting 6 teams from CONCACAF and playing in the United States, and it's gonna make us so much money we'll forget we are overworking our players, and probably our referees too, who kinda don't see Peru score a goal with a handball and eliminate Brazil in the group stage. Oopsies. Mexico gets another chance, and they almost don't get embarrassed by Chile 7-0, who make the final, again. And play Argentina, again, draw 0-0, again, and win on penalties, again. So it's 2019 and we are back to regular schedule, inviting fellow American nations Japan and Qatar. Brazil decide to stop being crap and win their 9th Copa America, without Neymar because that guy can't have good things apparently. It's 2020 and FIFA asks CONMEBOL to merge its calendar with UEFA so it's not a mess. Dang, says CONMEBOL. That means I have to wait until 2024 to match the Euros. I can't miss out on my cash cow. Oh, I know. We'll make a Copa America in 2020 to sync up the calendars, and we'll play it in Argentina and Colombia, which definitely won't be a logistical nightmare. Nothing could go wrong. Oh, well, UEFA is making their tournament in 2021, so I have to do so as well. Colombia, can you host? Nope, there's COVID here. Argentina, can you host? Nope, there's COVID here. Brazil, can you host? Nope, there's COVID here. But our president thinks it's a hoax, so it should be fine. So in empty stadiums the tournament goes ahead. The Argentinian keeper pulls off some dance moves and sends Argentina to the final. Argentina are getting a bit tired of losing finals, so they beat Brazil in the Maracanã and Lionel Messi finally wins a trophy with the national team. A trophy that not even Maradona and Pelé have won. Now it's 2024 and the Copa America is in the United States again. Hopefully CONMEBOL doesn't mind.